Everyone, and welcome to my Thank Card. It's Friday. I know I've missed out on Friday's upload because I was away on holiday spending time with my beautiful family. But today's card, we're going to make this sweet little card, and we are going to be using a new stamp set in the catalogue called Flower Fest. Here. It doesn't look like much, but when you do some sponging work to it, you can make it really pop. And you can have a look at the photo on my blog on www.joherbert.com for a closer look. We're going to be using also from the mini catalogue this Melon Mambo heat and stick embossing powder, and the lace border punch. So I hope you like it. Let's get started. Okay, so the cardstock we'll be needing is just half of an A4 black cardstock. And out of the Nuetrals Designer Series paper pack, I've used the basic grey spots and some black cardstock, and it's measured at 2 7/8 by 7/8 of an inch, so it's not a full inch, it's just under. And what we're going to be doing is starting off with this Whisper White cardstock. The colours that we'll be using in inks are going to be Melon, Mambo, Pretty in Pink, and Old Olive. Now the technique we'll be using is sponging. So we've got the flower image and we'll be stamping that in Melon Mambo, and we're going to use 3 of those designs. So stamping it out 3 times, and then we're going to shade it in Pretty in Pink using a sponge dauber. We're going to sponge in the center of that. It fits the sponge dauber perfectly, and then we're going to burnish it a little so it takes the ink slightly out of that. Now it doesn't matter if you go outside of the flower because we're going to be cutting it out. Now Stampin' Up are really clever, and they actually designed this flower set where you can use your punches. If you can see here, you can use your scallop, circle, your flower, your circle, 5-petal, and your butterfly. Now using the 1 1/4 inch punch, I'm just going to turn it upside down so I can see. It actually fits the flower quite perfectly in there. And all you've then got to do is cut out the little notches around the flower. Alright, so you just trim using your paper snips around those edges. Alright, now that's what it looks like done. It's just trimmed out. Now the same goes, now I forgot to tell you that block that I used for that flower is C. And I'm going to use the little leaf, and I use the little itty bitty A clear block. I'm going to use Old Olive, and I'm going to stamp that 8 times. So that's what it looks like. And then using my sponge dauber again, I'm going to sponge towards the center, and then I'm going to burnish it out. Just gently, just burnish it out. It looks horrible like that, but when you cut it out, it looks like this. Look at these. Alright, I'm going to get that focus in. So that's what it looks like. Okay, now we're going to be doing the sentiment out of this card, this happy birthday sentiment. You can use whatever sentiment you like. I really particularly like this happy birthday sentiment because I think it's quite an elegant look. So now that sentiment is actually from Bring On the Cake, which is a 2 package stamp set. This is quite a versatile birthday stamp set, which I absolutely love. Now to create that, we're going to emboss, so to create that look, we're going to stamp, put that sentiment, and the block we're going to be using is H. Okay, And we're going to be using Versamark ink. Versamark ink is a real sticky watermark stamp pad, and it's great for embossing. So you want to just ink that up. Put happy birthday down. Now, I've got just a scrap piece of cardstock here that I'm going to put Melon Mambo embossing powder on, like that, and then just tap it off, get all the excess off it. You don't want any excess. Okay, then I just put that back into the jar like so. Set that aside. Now I do have a little bit of embossing powder stuck on there. That's when you want to use your embossing buddy, but because it's black cardstock, I'm just didn't want to put that powder all over it because it makes it all white. Alright, so just dust that off like that. Alright, so I'm using my heat gun. I'm going to heat that up. I'll be back shortly. And you can see now how that pops on the black. The colour just really comes out. Alright, then what I've done is underneath that, all I've done is using this ribbon punch. I've just punched it out. Like that. And moving that aside, I just snailed underneath. Made it so it just comes out and looks pretty like that. Snip the ends off like that. Okay, and then it's about piecing the card together now. So all I've done is snail this basic grey DSP down. Now I like doing the stitches, but I like them straight, so I use my ruler. Okay, so all I do is get my black marker and I go around. So I'll do that and I'll come back and show you what I've done. Okay, so all I've done is created stitching using my basic black marker. Okay, and just using the fine tip edge. You can see the stitching there. Okay, and then now it's all about just piecing together using your dimensionals and your snail and just putting all these together. Alright, so what I've done is I've actually put those two stacked down on the cardstock, and then I've popped this up with a dimensional, the third one. Excuse me, and then I just placed all my leaves around where I felt like it needed that colour and those looks. Okay, so there it is like that, and I'll piece it all together. Alright, so just getting all the adhesives down. Trying to figure out the best way to put that down. It'd be help if I took the backing off these. Like that. There you go. Hope you like this card. It's I know it is a Monday, so it's thank God it's Monday, I suppose, but sorry about the delay, and I hope you like it and check out my blog. Thanks for watching.